KDKA TV News.
Mark Dudash is president of the Duquesne Bottling Company. He joins us now on the Sunday Business page with more on his quest to bring Duquesne beer back to Pittsburgh. Mark, welcome to the show, and congratulations to you.
Thanks, John.
This is exciting news. You have essentially sold a Corvette in order to invest in a new business. Is that right?
Not really. I mean, it's that little story. It's just the way it went, and it was time to get rid of it. 2 hip replacements, and yeah, it kind of helps, but it's time to move on to life.
And move on to beer.
Exactly.
You know, and some of us never move away from beer. I'll tell you, you know, this beer, a Duke,
okay,
it is classic in Pittsburgh history. What gave you the idea to bring it back?
Well, I worked at Pittsburgh Brewing. That's where you get the bug in the brewing industry. I've seen people that came to Pittsburgh Brewing where we contracted beer out. They became very successful.
Right.
And subsequently going on to be a lawyer in a law firm, you never lose the passion for the beer industry. So the way the whole industry's changed, to AB, selling, to InBev, Miller Coors, South African Brewing, I mean, there's no American beers nationally. I think it's time to bring back a regional beer, super premium, at a very reasonable price, and that would be $16.99 on Brenda's story, but that was my fault to Brenda. She did a nice job.
$16.99.
In loose bottles only. That's going to be the introduction, and again, I want to keep it the bottles initially.
Let me ask you this, the taste.
Okay.
Is this going to taste like the old Duke, or is there a changed recipe?
In the spirit, it's an American Pilsner. There are some old-timers that do remember it, and I spoke to them. In fact, the old brewmaster just recently contacted me. So as I went over what I was trying to create to the old recipe, he actually gave me the materials they used, which I'm close, but I really believe my materials are much, much better. So you're going to like it. I think everyone's going to be surprised.
The 21st century Duke is better than the old one.
I would say so. I would say so.
You know, in terms of jobs,
yes,
because that's always exciting when we have a company that is starting up, are you going to be able to employ a number of people here in, is it in Latrobe where you're going to?
In Latrobe. And actually, when I was labor relations and safety at Pittsburgh Brewing, all the breweries were under 3 unions, 22, 67, and 144. And ironically, after they closed Pittsburgh Brewing, that same union is out in Latrobe. So, but not for Duquesne. If it's successful as I think it's going to be, there's going to be people working, which obviously benefits Western Pennsylvania. Then ultimately, my dream is to bring it back to Pittsburgh.
Bring it back to Pittsburgh.
Absolutely.
Now, how many jobs are you starting off with?
Basically, this is sort of a contract brew.
Sure.
I was in the brewing industry, know how to do it, know the contacts. And basically, it's in the hands of the city brew, which owns Latrobe, and their employees. Right. So you have to start somewhere, John. You know, let's see if this thing gets off. I really feel confident with it, and then grow this company. And
grow it with new employees of your own here in Pittsburgh. That's
absolutely.
That's the dream.
Absolutely.
Do you think that people are willing to give the new Duke a shot?
Well, just when the stories came out, I've got a million phone calls from the Koenig family who owned it to the Fridays for retirees, and just thanking me, which I said, I hope I do you justice, but people were so excited, and they go back to old times with their father, their aunts and uncles, and it's just been wonderful. I feel like I have this pressure, but I think it's going to work well.
All right, now tell us about the production schedule. How quickly, this is Sunday, and we're in July now, and I thought Brenda's story said sometime in July.
Okay, my wife and I, unfortunately, were in Virginia getting some wholesalers, getting that nailed down, and the brewer already started in Latrobe. So it's in the fermentation tanks, doing all the magic, and
so it's already being made. It's just not ready to be bottled.
Exactly, and I would think by the 21st, 22nd, or 23rd, they're going to make the run. From that time. From that point, my wholesalers pick it up, and I would assume it will be out in the market a couple days later.
And where can we get this? Will all the beer distributors have cases of your beer?
Well, with the wholesaler network, I'm a manufacturer.
Right.
And as soon as it's brewed, my wholesalers purchase it. And, of course, I go out and recruit these wholesalers. So one may be a Bud, one may be a Miller Coors, etc. So in Pittsburgh, I'm so happy to have the Fuhrer family behind me. And of course, the Fuhrer family covers many, many counties in western PA. And I'm sure whoever deals with the Fuhrer Distributing could get their Duquesne.
Which I think means that you're going to have easy access to Duquesne
I would
beer
hope so.
all across the region.
I would hope so, yes.
Well, Mark Dudash, congratulations
Thanks,
again to
Sean.
you. Thank you for bringing back a Duke.
I
We're
appreciate
looking
it.
forward to trying it out at the